There are many versions of Joker in Batman lore, but most of them seem to have zero interest in Bruce Wayne. So, why is it that so many versions of the Clown Prince of Crime are either indifferent to knowing the Batman's secret identity or actively try to avoid learning the truth? I'm Greg Elliott with Screen Rant, and let's take a look at why Joker hates knowing Batman's real identity.
And the dear lad began to share such secrets with me. Secrets that are mine alone to know. Bruce.
Throughout the comics, shows, movies, and video games, many different Jokers exist, and in a lot of ways, the Joker is a character that's consistently defined by his inconsistency. But one thing that a lot of these versions do have in common is their general disinterest in Bruce Wayne himself. Now, while a few Jokers have actively tried to figure it out, like in Batman Beyond where he tortured Robin to get it out of him, Joker generally prefers not to see under the mask, like in The Dark Knight, where Heath Ledger's Joker, believing discovering the secret will ruin his fun, actually puts out a hit on Coleman Reese, the Wayne Enterprises employee who claims to know Batman's true identity.
You made me, remember? I made you. You made me first.
There are other instances of Joker hinting or confirming that he knows the truth, for example, in the Enemy Within video game or the Death of the Family comic, when Bruce, as Bruce, hands Joker back one of his calling cards and Joker doesn't even care. Which doesn't even really make that much sense. I mean, think of all the fun Joker could have, not just torturing Batman, but Bruce Wayne and all of his loved ones too. But it seems that many versions of the Joker reason, if he's capable of reason that is, that if Batman's identity is revealed with the end of Batman's career, he would actually lose his best enemy.
The voice kept calling me Bruce. In my mind, that's not what I call myself.
What do you call yourself? Oh yeah, I suppose you would.
Joker is one of the few Batman villains who, at least in many versions of him, doesn't actually have what you'd consider a proper civilian identity. Yeah, we've had people called Jack Napier, John Doe, and Arthur Fleck, but for the most part, whoever he was before made a full transformation and never looked back, and the Joker is now nothing else but the Joker 24/7. And you could argue that just as he left his former life behind to become the Jester of Genocide, Bruce Wayne kinda did the same thing to become the Dark Knight, even if he did still maintain a dual identity. The concept that Batman is the real guy and Bruce is the disguise has been explored countless times over the years, but regardless of how you might feel about that, Joker seems to realize that the two of them have more in common than maybe even Bruce does himself.
I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you? No, you complete me.
As was clearly touched on in the recent Joker film, the character represents chaos, disorder, and the breaking down of social norms, and Batman, in most of his incarnations at least, symbolizes the opposite: good, justice, and self-sacrifice. So when you look at the two of them through that lens, it kinda makes sense that they're perfect for each other as far as archenemies go, but Bruce Wayne, on the other hand, represents other things like wealth, excess, ego, and business, which quite honestly just aren't things that Joker is that interested in. Joker could easily target any other rich yahoo in Gotham if he was, but there's only one Batman, which is why to the Harlequin of hate, Bruce Wayne will always just be an irrelevant sideshow. So, what do you think? If you've got any insight into the complicated relationship between Bats and Mr. J, we'd love to hear your thoughts, so comment away and keep coming back to Screen Rant for more on the world's greatest detective. Thanks much to Craig Elvey for the write-up on our site. I'm Greg Elliott, and I'll see you next time. Peace.